What's happening, guys? Cody here with Angler Pros and Servicide. Today we're going to talk about a rod I just got from one of our partners, Favorite Rod USA. I just got this rod in the mail. I'm super pumped about it. I've been looking for a new spinning setup, and I saw this one on their site for a really good price and had great reviews. So I went ahead, used that discount code that you can get through Angler Pros when you join our staff, and I took advantage of that offer. And they also were doing a 48-hour sale where you got a free t-shirt and free sticker with any rod. So I had to jump on that too. So it's a great deal, and I'm going to take a minute and show you that. Alright, so let's talk about this rod. Favorite rods have been catching my attention. I've watched lunkers use them, and they caught my eye. And then I actually got to see it at hands-on at the film school. Cole Miller has one. So I was like, you know, I'll look into them more. Then I saw their 48-hour sale. They offered a free t-shirt and free sticker with it. So that got me real interested. So I got on the site and looked, and I actually found this rod for 50 bucks, and I couldn't pass that up. With the 50 bucks and then our discount, it made it a really cheap and very good rod to pick up. I'm really happy with it. I just got it today, but just messing with it, I can tell it's going to be a great rod. It's a two-piece rod, and I didn't really expect that. I didn't think to look at it, but it's a two-piece rod, and I'm not upset about it at all. I always use one pieces, but I got this two-piece, and I'm actually really happy with it. So it'll be one I travel around with, and I'll be able to keep it in my truck and compact and stored away. So let me show you. It came in this real nice little pack here. This carrying pouch makes it even more compact for storage. It'll make it a lot easier to keep in my truck. And it's really nice. This rod is the Favorite White Bird. Let me get it out here. So this is the Favorite White Bird spinning rod. I got it in the 7.3 medium light, and it's really impressive. I'm gonna put it together for you. Like I said, I'm not upset at all about this being two-piece. It was actually a pleasant surprise. I don't have a reel for it yet. I just have the rod. But it's got the cork handle. It says Favorite right in the reel seat. That's really cool. I've never seen that. That's a huge. I give them huge props for that. But it's a really smooth rod. I love the white color. I have two other Ducket rods, and they're also white, and this blends right in. It looks perfect. This rod is extremely light, and the sensitivity at the tip is impressive. Sitting here, I can tap it here, and the amount of activity I get at the tip is insane. Let me see if I can. That's just from light taps with the finger. That is great sensitivity for a rod like this. I got this as a finesse rod specifically. The one I have now, the St. Croix, is a little too stiff to be a complete finesse rod, but this one is going to work absolutely perfectly when we're throwing the wacky rig or the Ned rig. And also on the back of the cork is this other Favorite emblem, and that's really cool. That is huge detail. And if you pay a lot of attention to your rods the way that I do and all the details, those are huge, and those make that rod worth so much more. But for the price of this rod, you can't beat this. And through Angler Pros with the discount, you really can't beat it. I'm real happy with this rod, and I can't wait to use it tomorrow. I actually have a tournament. We're supposed to fish as long as the river cooperates. It rained here yesterday, so that's up in the air still. But hopefully we'll get to put this rod to use tomorrow. I'm just blown away by the sensitivity of this rod and how light it is. I mean, can't weigh much, a few ounces maybe, and it's absolutely phenomenal. This is the first Favorite rod I've owned, and so far I'm impressed, and I haven't even used it yet. So that's saying something for not only the rod, but for the company as well. Alright, so we just talked about the Favorite medium light White Bird rod. I was going to do an on-water review of that rod because I really liked it coming out of the box. But on the first cast with a weightless, wacky rigged Yum Dinger, the rod actually snapped about a foot from the tip. Didn't completely snap in half, but it did splinter the rod. Now I was pretty upset about it, but after I got in contact with Favorite's customer service and talked to them about it, they said that's actually more of a panfish rod rather than a finesse rod that I was going to use it for. So I talked to them a little bit, and they gave me options. So I sent back my rod with a letter to them, and I said I'll take the 7.3 medium light, but the one-piece rod if you think that'll be stiffer. But I also said if not, like your customer service guy recommended, I'll take the 7.2 medium heavy rod, and that way I can use it for the bass. So I let them have their leeway on the decision, the same way they let me have mine. I was okay with either rod, but I just got my replacement in the mail today, so I want to take the time and show you guys that and talk about it, and then I'll get you an on-the-water review as soon as my new Cast King line comes in tomorrow. So let's take a look at the new rod. The new rod's a 7.2 medium heavy spinning rod. It's also a white bird. Favorite has some pretty neat ideas. They sent their own rod sock with the rod, just like the last rod had that little nice case with it. This one has an actual rod sock, which I'm really happy it comes with that, because I put one on all my rods, and that's just an extra benefit to having this. But here it is. It looks just like the other one, but it's the one piece 7.2. It's a beautifully crafted rod. The sensitivity is just as good as that medium light, and this is a medium heavy. I can tap it right here, and I get all kinds of movement up at the tip. The other good thing about this is it's a medium heavy rod, right? This rod's almost the same diameter as that medium light. The eyelets are real small. Sensitivity is phenomenal. Just holding it in my hands, just like the medium light, I love this rod. Super lightweight. It's got great sensitivity. It looks great. It's crafted beautifully. The cork handle, the Favorite emblem in the reel seat, again, just like the last one. I mean, it is an absolutely beautiful rod, and it's going to work perfectly for when I throw my yum dingers or tubes or anything like that. Now I have the Mojo Bass spinning rod from St. Croix. It's a medium rod, and it's thicker than this medium heavy. So that's why this rod will get used as more of a finesse rod. I'm really excited to get this rod out on the water and try it, but obviously you can't do that without a reel. But wait, I went to Cabela's tonight. I looked at a few. Now when it comes to reels, obviously the more expensive ones, they'll always be better. I'm sure they'll last longer. Some of my reels are over $100, some of them are over $150. But my spinning reels I'm kind of more lenient about, and I don't mind buying the cheaper ones. But I have to have Daiwa. I'm a die-hard Daiwa guy. Ever since the first one I've used, it's been all Daiwa ever since. So I went to Cabela's tonight, and I tried out a bunch of them. They had some $70 and $80 reels. They were alright reels, and they were kind of an off blue and gold color, but they weren't super smooth like I was hoping for. So I picked up the $40 Daiwa Laguna, and I fell in love. It's super smooth. It's like cutting through butter with a warm knife, and it color matches perfectly. So I have it here. It's Daiwa Laguna spinning reel. It's a 5:3-to-1 gear ratio. I can't find any that are much faster. The more expensive ones were a little bit faster. Not much, like 5.5, 5.6 to 1. But this is going to work perfectly for what I need it for. My other Daiwa, the Revros, is a 5.3-to-1, and it works perfectly fine. Another thing I like about this is it's black and white, just like my rod. So it's going to match perfectly and make a great pair. Depending on how this rod performs on the water will depend on if I get another Favorite, which is highly likely, or if I get another Ducket. So what we'll do is when my Cast King line gets here tomorrow, it's 40-pound pearl blue braid, and I have a 20-pound fluorocarbon coming to make the leader from the braid. Some rods will have both, but the rod I use for the jigs and frogs, the 7.3 Ducket, it'll get straight braid, no leader. I hope this video helps you if you're still lenient or questioning getting the favorite rod. I would recommend it so far. Obviously the medium light, if you're a panfish guy, you can get that one and it'll work out perfectly fine for you. I don't recommend it for you bass guys, unfortunately. From my experiences, it's going to break, so don't do the medium light if you're thinking of a finesse rod. This medium heavy will work perfectly. It's got perfect sensitivity, it's flexible, it'll work just fine for what you need. So for now, I'm Cody with Angler Pros and Servicide, and if you're on the verge, get a favorite rod. For now, I'm out.